The Detroit Lions wrapped up 3 days of off-season training activities since being knocked out of the playoffs by the Commanders. The Lions have added free agents and draft picks.
Now they start the process of improving a team with some big expectations again. Lainey Gerber has more from Allen Park.
Week 1 of Lions OTAs is finally under wraps. This is the first time in quite a long time that the entire team is together and the entire team is healthy. But it is only May, and these guys are stressing it is a long season.
It's a long year. It always is. And, it's why some of these, May headlines feel silly, and some of the stuff we're talking about feels silly because it's experimental and figuring out and trying new things, and not all of it is stuff that we may end up doing.
And as far as building on last season, Jameson Williams says last season is stuck in last season, and they're moving on, focusing on this next season ahead of them.
We can't dwell on what happened on January because we got a whole another 17 guaranteed games ahead of us, and we're trying to go do the same thing, go further, and hold up the trophy in February. We got big games this season, kind of really moved on from the past.
And don't forget, next week is the last week of OTAs. There is no mandatory minicamp for the Lions this year. That's because with that Hall of Fame game, Dan Campbell wants these guys to have those 3 days off before starting the season 3 days earlier. That puts a bigger emphasis on these OTAs to make sure they get used to each other and get these new systems in place before training camp starts. From Allen Park, I'm Lainey Gerber, News 8.